Well, good Monday morning to you. Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. It's been a while since we did a recorded video, and I had somebody say something really stupid today, and it kind of took me aback a little bit, and I thought, you know, I used to think that exact same way, and so I've been wrong most of my life, and until the last 3 or 4 years, I thought the exact same way that person did. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what they said and what my response was, and hopefully we can all learn from this, and hopefully we don't share the same mentality as that person. Now, this occurred at my least favorite terminal at Swift, which is Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's a lot of reasons for it. It hasn't been upgraded yet to the quality of the other terminals. Doesn't have an ice machine. The showers are in the bathroom. It's not the nicest of their terminals. It's kind of small. It's overcrowded with trailers. But this isn't a video to bash that terminal. I'll lower my seat a little. It's just I'm letting you know where I was at. And it was one of the staff that told me this. But we'll go into it in this video. Before we do, you guys make sure you're subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. Share this video on your social media platforms, not just to people trying to get me in trouble. And look down in the description for a lot of other great information, including the music you're about to hear. So, without any further ado, let's jump right in. Here we go.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down. Flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round for my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Alrighty, we're back. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm actually filming this video on a Friday afternoon in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at my least favorite terminal I've been to with Swift, and that is, as I said, the Albuquerque, New Mexico terminal. I had something happen today, and it reminded me of how my mentality used to be, how I used to think, and I wanted to share it with you because there's something we can learn from it. Part A of it that we can learn is, if we want to see better rates in trucking, if we want to see trucking conditions improve, we have to quit attacking each other and tearing each other down. And there's a lot of that right now. So I just mentioned to you that it's Friday. I'm here at the Albuquerque, New Mexico terminal. My transponder that has the pre-pass and the toll transponder in it for toll roads, the batteries went dead in it, and it says it requires lithium-ion batteries. So I went into the parts department to see if they had any lithium-ion batteries, and they said they didn't, but they said you could use regular batteries. They had been doing it, and they hadn't had any problems. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. Maybe the lithium-ion batteries last longer. I don't know. But anyway, so they gave me some batteries, and as I was leaving, the guy said I looked familiar. And I said, well, I've been to this terminal 3 or 4 times. He said, no, it's something else. I said, oh, have you seen me on YouTube maybe? He said, yeah, that's it. And he said, I've got a question for all of you YouTubers. I said, okay. He said, why don't you just drive the truck? And I said, well, I do. Usually around 2,800 miles a week. But I thought about it after I left there, because on YouTube, I also put out a poll that I was going to Phoenix. And I asked people if they thought I should interview some of the leadership there in the different departments and find out, about flatbed and reefer and all that. Because we have a lot of drivers that are interested in those things. And as I've told you, I'm out here to help drivers. And several of you came back with real smart comments about, why don't you just drive the truck? Why don't you not be like this guy or not be like that guy? And, I tried to answer those people back as respectfully as I could, even though they were being disrespectful. But it reminded me that most of my driving career, I thought that way. opportunities would come up and I'd say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, because I'm a truck driver. I drive all the time. I don't have time to do this. And now I'm finding time to do all kinds of things that I didn't think I could. And it comes down to simple time management. For example, in your 14 hours, there's a thing called compression. And if you drive, say you're 6 or 7 hours, take a 30-minute break, and then drive the rest of your clock, you're going to finish a lot quicker than if you're stopping 4 or 5 times a day. And that gives you a couple hours to do things. Instead of complaining about having to wait on a live load, use that time wisely. Instead of being on Facebook, seeing what your neighbor's doing, or gossiping, or looking at the latest TikTok. I've got a ton of video games and systems in here that I hadn't played in a long time because I'm too busy. I've got an audio book I've been listening to for 4 months because I'm too busy. And I'm using my time wisely. Instead of sitting here going, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm doing that. So I'm still getting my miles in, but I'm working at the same time. I've got several streams of income. And why is that important? We're going to get to that. But I just want to say that you've got to trip plan your life. And I said that the other day. You know, I'm currently in Albuquerque at the time of the filming of this video, and I'm on my way to a suburb of Phoenix. And that, I know exactly how I'm going to go. Now, if something happens along the way, I have to take a detour, then I'll adjust my plans. Weather strikes and I don't get there when I think I'm going to, I'll adjust my ETA and my PTA. But I have a plan, and you need to have a plan for your life. And your plan for your life shouldn't be how you should criticize others or put others down. It should be how you can learn from those that are doing better, and maybe not follow everything they do, but follow most of what they do that you see that's working, and then maybe follow somebody else that's doing something else that's working, and kind of come up with your own formula for success. I've mentioned to you guys that I have several revenue streams. If Swift contacted me this afternoon, as many of you are praying for, and fired me, or broke my contract would be the technical term, it wouldn't affect my life. I'd still be okay because I've got other fish in the frying pan. If those of you that are trying to get me striked off of YouTube, if YouTube canceled me today, my life would still go on. I'd still be okay because I've got other sources of income. And that's how you need to be. You need to have a plan. You guys need to have money in the bank. If your company goes under and you needed to rent a car to go home today, could you do it? And some of you couldn't. Some of you have got less than $20 to your name right now. And I've been there. I've been there most of my life, but I've improved from that, and you have to improve from it. And sitting around talking about how bad freight is, how bad the economy is, doesn't help you, and it doesn't help anybody else. Figure out what you can do to improve your life in a bad economy. Then when it's good, you'll be good as well. But so many of us are trying to figure out, well, one guy told me this morning, favoritism. The reason I'm getting good loads is favoritism. And that's not how it works at all. There's other guys here that don't have a YouTube channel that are doing really well. Why are they making it? Well, some of it's experience. I've been doing this 25 years. This ain't my first rodeo. And that's not putting anybody down that doesn't have 25 years experience. You can get there, but you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to adapt, and you have to be willing to change. If you're one of these that your whole life, that's the way we've always done it, you're probably not going to make it because the markets are always changing. Conditions are always changing. Just like we talked about on that trip from here to Phoenix. If I go and there's a major accident and a road closure and I have to get diverted, I have to adjust for that. If I'm not able to go to a fuel stop that I had planned because the pumps are down, I have to have a backup plan. I can't just park there and go, well, there's no fuel here, so I'm not driving no more. And that's the biggest problem I see. You know, you can't get 3 truck drivers to agree on anything for more than about 10 minutes. And so if we're just constantly fighting amongst ourselves, we're easy to take advantage of. But if we work together and we help each other and we become unified, we can do a lot more together. You know, money is not near as important to me as it used to be. I I really enjoy traveling around the country, meeting everybody, taking time off. I really enjoy my home time and having money and being able to do stuff with my family. But I don't sit around obsessing about money all day. I spend a lot more time, you know, thinking how I can help others and things like that. And that's how we all need to be. And so that's what I wanted to say about that. I'm curious what your thoughts are on it. Shoot me an email at truckertodd806@gmail.com. That's truckertodd806@gmail.com. I got another big announcement that will come out tomorrow on the Tuesday night show, and so I hope you'll join me for that. We'll announce it on Tuesday. We won't talk about it a lot, and then on Thursday we'll talk about it a lot more in depth. And I want to remind everybody I will be at the Mid-America Truck Show, known as MATS, in Louisville, beginning March 30th. On March 31st, I'll be with Trucker CFO there, and we'll be giving away some swag, t-shirts and stuff like that. I hope you'll join us for that. We're planning to do a live broadcast there, and there will be more details coming out about that in the coming weeks. But again, thanks everybody for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.